Yo, big up everybody. Welcome to the Hub Sport. Welcome people. My apologies. My apologies. I uh it was the good news that kept me back a little bit, but we're here. We're here. It was I just got home, like literally just got home from a very big good news. But would down the line would share and would let everybody know when the time is right. Yeah, I know. And it's here. It's possible outcome. And for those of you that don't know what possible outcome is, you would get to know soon. I've got my body mark in the building. I've got Mind. I have a guest who will be making his appearance, the first appearance on the channel today. He will be joining us. I hope he joins us today. So guys, we're not going to waste your time. Today we're going to be talking about the game that's coming up, United versus Man City. But before we're going to talk about where we think each team in the Premier League would finish. The top six and the bottom five, right? So who I think we're going to be doing up that as well, and also talk about a few maybe updates because I sense that Zumbamendi we might just miss out on Zumbamendi, but I'll get you guys thought on that one. Big up to everybody in the building. For those of us, I know we're streaming to Mark and MUFC fan channel as well. Big up to Mark for actually allowing us to do that as well. I see GB's here already. Big up GB. Big up. I see Stephanie always. Big up Stephanie. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you, GB. Brendan, thank you so much for pulling up today. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. I see Alien in there. Big up, Peter. How you doing? Hope you're okay. Man like Matata United, I see you as well. Big up yourself. Tommy, big up yourself. Thank you, Brendan. You just up. Thank you so much, Brendan. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, football fan zone. I hope you pull up shortly. I sent you the link already. And yeah, hello, Peter. Big up yourself. So we're not without wasting much of our time. I'm just gonna bring my book, my man. What are you saying?
Yes, Drex, what are you saying, man? Thanks for having me on.
So I'm all right. I'm all right. Let's not waste time. Let's get straight into the business. You're already
Yeah,
familiar with what possible outcome is, right? It's the
very
curtain raise
familiar.
that the season start next week. United play Fulham, which so next week we're gonna do the real. We're gonna go down into the business about of possible outcome. But today is just
Yeah.
like a snippet or just like a preview onto what to expect for the season to come. We've got a game, City versus United. What are you saying in that game before we move on over to the league? What we think where everybody will finish in the league.
About the City game, I'm looking forward to the curtain raiser of Premier League, as they say.
Hmm.
I feel like United had a chance, but obviously injuries happened. We heard about the news, but that doesn't excuse
Hmm.
that. That's what the squad is for. It's
Yeah.
90-minute game.
Yeah.
You put your best available players out there, and you're trying to
Hmm.
win. So it also sets like a precursor for how good or bad that United could do. So we'll see what happens on the Saturday. What are you saying?
For me, you know me, right? It's that game. It's. I feel like it's Wembley, right? So
Mm,
we already know we have it what it takes to actually beat anybody on a day,
yeah.
right? So on our day, but that game, I don't think City might want to take that game serious. I don't think we also would. It would just be one of them preseason games, right? I'm not looking special for anything, but the possible outcome for that one would be both teams to get on the score sheet, right? I fancy United to score 2 goals. I fancy what should I call it? Man City to get a goal or two in that game. I wouldn't put it past a draw, then goes to penalty and somebody decides it on penalty. But for me, my possible outcome in that game should be United to get to both teams to get on the score sheet. The winner, I don't really pay not really keen of who would win that one, So whatever happens. It's community shield, bro. It's community shield. It's
Mhm.
it's it's for me. I don't want to use this word a glorified preseason. No, I don't want to say that. I want to say more like um it's already we already know that the word preseason, right? So I'm just going to
Yeah,
say preseason, something like that, just to test where both teams at prior to the real deal, you know. So for me, Community Shield is like just like an entree. The main course, the main dish would come next week, starting from next week.
yeah,
The possible outcome would just be both teams to get on the score sheet. That's where I see that one.
that's
So,
fair.
but what's your possible outcome?
Possible outcomes, same as me, really. Same as you, really.
Hmm.
Both teams to score. It depends on the lineup. I'm expecting penalties as well.
Yeah.
Good if we win it. It sets a bit of a booster, like a
Hmm.
little one-upmanship. See where we can do it, but
Hmm.
at the same time, it could be like a reverse effect. So, like if we win the Community Shield, it could have the
Hmm.
reverse effect. So it's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. You never know what's gonna happen.
Okay, let's quickly look at let's do this. So guys, thank you
Yeah,
so much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Like I said earlier, we're streaming to Mark and MUFC fan channel as well. So do I think Mark is a few away from 700 subscribers. That's I know I saw earlier where, so please let's get Mark to 700. Let's help the community grow as well. So guys, D Up Sports, we're on 314 on our way to the numbers, like I normally say, but we have to make a quick stop at 400. So let's get to 400 and see how we do that. Right. Thank you so much for everybody that has actually subscribed, everybody actually supported the channels. Thank you so much. It's a one big community. Really appreciate your effort. You could be anywhere right now, but you choose to be with us. That I don't take that for granted. um yeah, man, talk to me. Premier League starts next week, right?
yep,
We have 20 teams. We have three new that were promoted last season. Maybe we're gonna start from there. Ipswich
yeah.
Town, Leicester City, and Southampton. Tell me what you think. What you think about those three teams? I'm trying to see if I could get yeah. What you think? Let me see if I could get my screen on.
I,
Share my
I,
screen.
I feel like it's gonna be like a domino effect. Like last season, all three teams went down, but this time I think out of the three teams that got relegated, I think Leicester might be the best possible outcome to survive because of the Premier League experience and have
Mhm.
recently won the Premier League as well. So it's one of them ones to see what happens there. What are you saying?
Oh, for me, I don't know why I feel like I know there's this hype about McKenna, right? I
Mm,
know there's this hype about McKenna, and while I feel like he's got a little bit of experience in the Premier League with following his time at United when Ole was the manager, right?
yeah.
I feel like he will be one of the his team will be one of the team to look out for in terms of how they play and how they whether they could actually survive, you know. So it's been a while. So for me, until the season actually start, right? Right now, I feel like they will still be in that relegation shout. They will still be in that relegation battle. I don't see them surviving, right? I don't see
Right.
them surviving the this season because um whilst I feel like most teams have been actually strengthened in terms of the top six, right? They haven't actually strengthened, right? But if you look at the from the last to eight to like what 14th position in terms of how we know how the teams that are actually within that range, right? How they sit up, those guys are actually strengthened, right? And
Yeah.
take for example a case I would take for example Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace, they had a new manager last season. We saw what they were trying to do towards the end of last season, right? So I feel like whilst we're looking at the top six, like okay, the traditional top six, top eight, right? They've not really done a lot of business. Don't forget that those guys that we tend to say in the middle, right? They've actually the
Hmm.
West Ham have strengthened Crystal Palace, like I said. So some of these guys have actually add numbers and quality to their side as well. So it's gonna be a huge ask for the likes of City, Leicester City, Ipswich
Mm.
Town, and Southampton. Southampton, I see that my possible outcome for Southampton would be finishing at the bottom of the table. Finishing
Yeah.
bottom of
Same.
the table. That's my possible outcome for Southampton.
Yeah.
I think somebody that might skate through, like you mentioned earlier, is Leicester City, based on the fact that they've been here in more in like recent times. They've been more. I know Southampton has been here as well, but I feel like looking at the
Mm.
Southampton squad, I feel like they would go back. Leicester City might just be able to scale through. A new um not Leicester City. The reason why I'm saying they will skate through is because the fact that, okay, I know Steve Cooper. I don't really rate Cooper. I know he's
Mm.
the manager right now, but he's got some experience in the Premier League and with Nottingham Forest, right? So I feel like he would have learned from some of the mistakes he made at the season in which he got sacked. He would have learned from it, maybe, and the previous he brought them up into the Premier League, right? And I feel like he would have learned from that mistake, and maybe just add a few things, tweak it right here or there, and just get a survivor. What are you saying?
I totally agree. What would you say about my possible outcome of Nottingham Forest being relegated this
Oh, I
season?
knew, I had that at the back of my mind. I was gonna wait for you to say something like that. Let me hear what Peter is saying before we get back. Peter is saying Leicester would
Yeah.
be the best of the promoted teams, or guys are actually in there talking about PS5, bro. Man says, what game do you play on PS5, Peter? Okay, this no, me, I'm still down with the PS4. I'm still
Yes,
holding
sir.
on to my PS4. GB is coming here saying that GB is saying Brentford is going down. The party is over for them. What are you saying about that, Manj?
If they lose Ivan Tony, that's definitely a shout.
Okay, what if they don't lose Ivan Tony? What are you saying? Let's say all things
They
being equal.
okay. So as the transfer window closes now
Mm-hmm.
and they keep turning, that'll be fine. Mid table like 13th, 12th or something like that.
So what are you saying? Nottingham Forest. Why do you think Nottingham Forest might just make it to the championship?
I feel like because obviously they always go a bit gung ho with the transfers, and obviously you got these rule now you can't spend much now. I can't remember what it's called, PSR or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like them not buying that many players, and obviously if you do buy players, bulk of the teams didn't really gel,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like they'll struggle this time. So I mean, they should have went down last year,
Yeah, with
but they survived. So
I know I was in a stream 2 days ago, and they asked me this question. Maybe I put the question to you and those guys in the chat as well. The question was, which of the team managers do I think would get the sack first going into the next season? Yeah, before I hold on that one, let me hear what this chat is saying. Tommy
yeah,
here is saying um Steve Cooper is a good manager. He's a
hmm?
good manager, Steve Cooper. I think that squad might struggle though, as they've lost Drewsbury Hall to Chelsea. It was excellent for them to get up. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think? I know Cooper is not my, like I said, Cooper is not my cup of tea, but what do you think about that one?
He's I didn't realize he was a Leicester manager, so that kind of changes my perspective on things. But I do have the experienced squad like Jamie Vardy and them man to get the goals and keep them up. So I feel like yeah, that's what I got to say about Leicester really.
Okay, let's move on to, let me see, let's move on to, so what you saying, Bournemouth? What you saying, Bournemouth? Where do you think, what's the possible outcome? Where do you think Bournemouth would finish? Yo,
I,
hold
again,
on,
it
that manager.
go on.
Hold
Yeah.
on that one first. Why are you
Okay.
thinking about that? Let me just hear what the people are saying.
Yeah, say what people.
Um, big up now. Yeah, big up now. Big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Peter is saying, Eddie Howe, England's manager. Do you think he will take up that role? Maresca is my pick to be sacked first, bro.
It's
GB, what
possible.
about Nuno Espirito Santos? Nuno, there's a Nuno. I'm not really sure about Eddie Howe, but there's
Who's doing it?
Nuno, the Nottingham Forest manager.
He got sacked, didn't he?
No, he's with Nottingham Forest. Did he? One
Let's have a
second.
look.
Wait, don't say that.
Unless I'm imagining things. Oh, he is still there. My bad. What it is, I'm thinking
Yeah,
of Wolves.
no,
I'm
no,
thinking
no,
of
no,
Wolves.
no. He was sacked from Wolves. Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah.
he's the so I'm wait to hear on that one. Jai is
Mm.
saying Brendan is saying he hopes that Maresca gets sacked, so Chelsea will end up with Southgate. Bro,
I think that'll be all right. Chelsea will.
wait, Southgate to Chelsea. You think that'll be all right?
No, I think Maresca will do well at Chelsea.
It will do well at Chelsea. Jai is saying he
Yeah.
thinks 88 Eric Ten Hag will be sacked in December. So the question is, who do you think will be sacked first? Is it Maresca? Is it ATH? Is it Nuno? Maybe we should do a poll on that one.
Maybe nobody gets sacked. It depends on the
That's
team's
another angle we could
expectations.
look at it. Yeah, the Cherry would just survive getting Peter.
That's a good one.
I think Jai is talking about Eric Ten Hag's press conference, and he says seen it today, and it was cringe again. Yeah, Nuno's a fair shot. Yep. Brendan's agreeing. He said Eric Ten Hag is clearly looking forward. Eric Ten Hag clearly looking forward to summer of 2025. So Brendan is thinking Eric Ten Hag might survive this year. Bro, now back to what you saying about Bournemouth. What are you saying? Bournemouth, where do you expect? What's your possible outcome for Bournemouth? Where do you think they finish in top 10? Will they finish in the I'm not gonna say the from 11 to 15. What do you think about Bournemouth? When you hear Bournemouth, knowing fully well that they're likely to sell Solanke to Tottenham, right? So what do you think about Bournemouth?
They're like a basketball team. They score a lot of goals and they concede a lot of goals. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
difficult to tell. I
Mm-hmm.
call them the Bournemouth. Not the Bournemouth. The Borussia Dortmund of the Premier League, but not that much successful because the games are so entertaining and open.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they lose Solanke, then there's going to be a bit of a shout of them going down. It all depends on the transfer window, Drex.
Yeah,
To be honest with you.
they've had play. They have good movement coming in and out though. They have this guy from Juventus, Dane, um,
Mm,
50 million euros is the center back. They have Daniel. There's a free transfer from Sheffield United. There is so they've got another striker, 17 million from Getafe and
mm.
Ezunal, right? So and also they've got this left winger from Luis Sinestra from Leeds. So they've actually done well. Okay, yeah. I think Huna was there last season, but they just made the move permanent. So
Yeah.
you think you don't because they were a decent side last season under Iraola, right? That's
Yeah.
the manager. So you don't think they can push into Europe this season because of the way Iraola likes to play.
They could have a Crystal Palace type season where they play good football and finish like
No, Crystal
what
Palace
position
didn't
did
play.
Palace finish?
Crystal Palace didn't play good football towards the first half of last season
Towards the
until
end of Crystal Palace, yeah, of the
yeah they
season.
didn't
That's what I'm
yeah
saying.
they was towards the end when Roy Hodgson got sick and was hospitalized. Then they brought in
Yeah,
Glasner. That was then they started picking up. But prior to that time, they were struggling. Crystal Palace. Now
yeah,
speaking of Crystal Palace, before we go to Arsenal and Aston Villa, right? Speaking of Crystal Palace, where do you
yeah.
expect them to finish? With what we just said, where do you expect Crystal Palace to finish? Let me tell
Where
you
did they
where.
finish
Let me
last
give
season?
you. Let me tell you what who they brought in and who they've they've moved out. Last season they finished in 14th position, 14th place, 14th place.
All
Yes,
right.
last season they've got Ismail Sarr from Marcel, the right winger.
Oh,
They
he's
sold.
goody.
You know, remember they sold Olise, so it was part of the
Yeah,
person like to replace Olise. They brought in Ismail Sarr on a 15
Mateta
million
scoring
pounds.
goals as well in the
Mateta is
Olympics.
scoring goals in the Olympics as well. So they have they brought in these they have this free transfer Kamada from
Yeah.
Lazio, a central midfielder. They got in a defender. They're looking to sell Gueye to Newcastle. So where do you think they will end up finishing though? Where do you think? What's the possible outcome for them?
What's my outcome? The same, 14th.
You see the same 14th. You don't see
Yeah,
them. You don't see them doing anything extraordinary.
I think this time Drex they want to get the points early so they'll survive. So there's
Hmm.
no panic within the
Hmm.
team.
Yeah.
So if they reach like hypothetically 40 points by
Mhm.
February, they'll be all right. I feel like it depends how they start off. To be honest with you,
Okay, hold on that one. Peter is saying, let's hope no manager gets sacked. What do they really expect them to do at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Cooper got sacked last season from Forest, and Nuno came in. But Tommy still feels Cooper is a good manager. Okay, we'll wait
Yeah.
and see. Luman is coming with some top red wants ETH to be gone before he's actually gone. Their ego is more valuable than Luman. It's I think some persons they just what they saw last season, what they saw last one second. What they saw last season was enough for them to draw their conclusion. So I wouldn't really blame anyone that's on that thought that has that thought. But I just feel like they should just give this manager they give him this season. Just be open-minded this season. I know I have man jail for sure. I've
Yeah.
talked to man before, and I said you guys just give him be open-minded this season. If he goes this way, he goes this way. If he doesn't, so be it. Let's just not be expecting something bad to happen before it actually, or if it doesn't happen, like man said earlier. Jai is saying, okay, this is where his talk is replying to.
Yeah.
So yeah. Peter is saying the pressure is on Onslaught. What are you saying? Do you think it's really on Onslaught? There's a pressure on Slot.
Hey.
Yo, what you
Big
say,
up,
Mark?
big
Big
up.
up yourself. Omo,
Yeah.
What's good?
Hi.
Omo. Okay, can you, Mark? What you saying? This right here. This
I'm here.
this comment right here. The
Hey,
pressure
I'm a big up,
is
man.
on Onslaught.
I think it's a factual comment, to be fair. I mean, Arnie Slot, he's taking over Liverpool, a team that's already prepared, to contest for the league, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Even though their squad might have been aging, they've still been prepared. I mean, over 9 years, even the reserves are prepared. You know what I'm saying? So, in all fairness, he's getting a good squad, a much better squad than Eric Ten Hag inherited. So the pressure is on him to do better, to do a good job. And I mean, we see preseason they've been doing some interesting things. They beat Manchester, they beat us 3-0. I mean, preseason is there or not. You know what I mean? Some people rate it, some people don't. I think that they will do decent, but I don't expect them to challenge for top 4. I think there's going to be some problems in the squad this season, but that's based on the fact that they're adopting slight differences to a system that's quite similar to what they are already playing. So there's going to be some mistakes.
Okay. Omo, you there? Okay. Mark, you got Fulham right in the wheel, this in the in the wheel of fortune. I should call it that way, right? You got Fulham.
He's got Fulham
What
colours on as well.
what do you make of this? You think Fulham is gonna be in trouble? That's
I
what
mean,
Tommy
I
is saying.
think I think Fulham has improved their squad. Yeah, they might be losing. They might be losing one of their top players, or old preseason Pirlo. He might be going to some other club, but if he doesn't go, they've strengthened. They've added Smith Rowe. I think he was injured last season, but I think when it comes to quality on the ball, I think Smith Rowe is very, very good. I just think he didn't have the chance to get some time. Big up to you, Jarwick. Big up to GB in the house. Big up to Tommy Boyle as well. Big up to Red Devils, Alien Red Devils. Big up to Brendan Chappelle. I'm just thinking that Fulham is going to do decent. I expect them to be there in about of 7 or 8, somewhere there. I think they're going to finish a lot higher this season than they finished last season, but that's just my opinion.
What are you saying, Manj?
I think they're struggling midfield this season because Paulina's obviously gone to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I feel like even though some United fans don't rate Scott McTominay, I feel like he might do a job for them over there because he suits he suits football for lower opposition, if that makes sense. I feel like he'll do really well over there.
Yeah.
That's expectation.
Fancy football. Big up yourself. That's almost almost not here. So Mark, so I haven't said all of that. What's your possible outcome? Where do you think likely that Fulham?
Omo is here.
Oh, Omo is here.
Turn your
Omo.
mic up a little bit, bro, if you could.
A little bit, bro.
No, what I was gonna say is Fulham's in a good spot. As in Precision Pillar's gonna be there regardless. The team that I'm worried about is Forest.
Yeah.
That's about it. Only Forest. Forest and Southampton getting relegated.
Forest and Southampton. Yeah, I already said Southampton, right? I think Southampton will be at the bottom of the league. But Forest, Manj was saying something about Forest. So you think Forest would? Oh, that's for me. Coming into this new season, I'm like Forest will be in trouble because they narrowly escaped last season, right? If the likes of Luton were able to just hold down the fort for at least 3 games straight, they would have pushed Forest into that zone. But let's keep it moving. So Alma, what are you saying? Do you think there's going to be pressure on slots this season?
Absolutely, because you're inheriting a title winning side.
All
Pressure
right.
is guaranteed for him. So whether he do bad or good is all up to him now.
Okay.
But I think he
Alma,
should do well. I think.
talk to me.
I,
Talk to me about one of your Burgundy team. You like them a lot, West Ham. Tell me what do you
yeah,
think?
West Ham and Aston Villa because they both were Burgundy.
Yeah.
Like West Ham is getting stronger, and they look like a team that like they're here for a long run. So
Mhm.
good luck with that. And what the other team? Aston Villa. Like listen,
Yeah.
Aston Villa looking like they're trying to win the Champions League. I don't know why.
They've done it
So
before.
so Aston Villa, West Ham. What's the possible outcome? Where do you think they will, in terms of the league table? Where do you think they will finish? Where do you think it's just? Let me hear your thought.
Aston Villa. Aston Villa top four. West Ham fighting for top four, 5 or 6.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Man, what are you saying?
Villa, I got them eighth because I think they'll be fight. I think they'll be distracted by Champions League football. West Ham, you don't know how the team's gonna gel with the signings. So top 10 for West Ham.
Okay, Mark, hold on, thought before I come to you. Say, Tommy here is saying Leicester, Ipswich, Brentford, Brighton, Southampton, Fulham will probably be the bottom 6. Take your pick. Which 3 stays up? Which 3 gets relegated? Okay, we'll come to that. Mark, let me hear you. We'll come to that.
I
later.
think, in a way, you have to
Aston
kind
Villa
of
and West
agree.
Ham. Yeah, Aston Villa and West Ham. Yeah.
I think Aston Villa, did doing some decent business. I think West Ham has did some brilliant business this summer. They brought in a decent striker, much better than the one they had before. In Skamaka, I think this German striker Fulkruger is going to score some goals. He's very physical. Excuse me. He's built for the Premier League in a kind of way. You know what I mean? And then I like the look of Somerville. I think Somerville is going to create some problems. They add into Kudus and Paqueta. They also have Jared Bowen. I think West Ham is going to do really good. It's going to be a fight. They're going to be in and around the top 6 this season.
Which team saw Douglas Luiz? Villa, right?
Aston Villa.
Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And did they replace him with Amadou Onana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're good. They're in a good spot.
That's crazy.
You think they're any good? Okay, but Amo, you guys don't think that being in the Champions League, right, playing, you don't think it takes its toll on the team? You don't think so?
It does, but then again, you have a manager that's gonna push them through it. The manager has been there before. The players haven't been there, but the manager has been there. He knows what it takes. He has
But
won Europa League.
let's not forget that he has won Europa League. Let's not forget that the manager, every time he got to the Champions League, he always finds himself in the Europa League. Not like he actually progresses. He does anything superb in the Champions League, right? So moving from the Champions League in, Mark, tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. There's nobody, you don't come off the Champions League group stage and end up in the Europa League this season, right?
No.
So okay, if you're out, you're out.
If you're out,
Okay.
you're out.
Okay, so they might just get the experience and come out. Let me read some of your comments right here. Forest would finish. Tommy is still on this Forest matter. Tommy saying
No. Forest. You see, the one thing is, I don't think Forest will be in that bad trouble. I don't think they will be relegation settings this season. I think it will be a shocking team like a Everton in relegation settings because, if you look at Forest last season, they was inconsistent, but they have a decent squad. They have a good attack, and if the striker fit, Awoni,
yeah,
you know what I mean, they're gonna cause problem for some teams. I expect them to finish somewhere around mid-table. If they overachieve, maybe somewhere around 9th, might be a decent finish. I don't actually think Ipswich going to do that well this season. I think the teams that coming in from the bottom 3, that coming in from the championship, they will struggle. I'm not saying they will all get relegated, but Leicester is an aging squad. And for me, I think Leicester might be going right back down. That's just my honest opinion. I think Everton might be joining them, and it could be a toss-up between Chelsea and probably Brentford, who might be the third team going down in the bottom of the table. Because while there's a lot of hype on Chelsea, I've been so real. This squad is so is so scatterbrained in the sense that they have so many players. You can't tell which starters from last season going to be the main guys in this squad, other than maybe Cole Palmer, maybe Nkunku, maybe two other defenders, maybe a Cucurella. You know what I mean? And they have a new manager that doing some crazy things. He have a super attacking style of football, and they will concede goals. They're playing a high line, sort of like Ange Postecoglou. So it's not looking too good for them, bro. In my honest opinion, and it's a young squad. There's not much experience there. So if they pick up some losses, it might be trouble for them this season again.
Wait, guys in the chat,
I agree with Mark too.
Wait first.
Yeah.
Let me ask the guys in the chat. Guys, just let me know, what do you think about Mark's comment right now that Chelsea might struggle that bad that they might find themselves fighting in the did you say relegation?
Yeah.
That's what the man said.
Thereabouts. There was 16 2 seasons ago, bro.
Guys, let me know what you think in the chat. Omo, go.
See, Mark, I was gonna agree with you, but you said relegation. I'm gonna pull back.
Well, when I say okay, but they'll be fighting down there, like around 15, 16 place, somewhere around teetering around there.
So you say 11 between 11 and 16.
No, I say between the 10 and 13. Actually, 9 and 13. The reason why they have an abundance of players. And all this takes is one time to click. Once it click is over. I tweet this out. Once Chelsea get going, everybody in the league will be crying. Everybody in the league will be crying once it get going. It just take the right time and the right manager. Now, would they give this manager a chance? I don't know, because they haven't given another manager a chance. And this manager on a 5-year deal. And they're still sending players out on loan. They have like 4 players out on loan already. You didn't know.
Yeah.
It's like it's all about timing, and right now this might not be the time, but again, we don't know. Like for Chelsea, I don't know. I watched that preseason game. I turned it off at 28 minutes because I don't know what they're doing after the season starts. Again, like I always believe once the first coming of the season decide how you're gonna be from now to January.
Omofios, I'll come to you right now, right? Before we go to Omofios, Man Lutata is saying something very, very important. Guys, EPL is starting next week, and Mark is still on the road to 700. We need to get Mark. That was the aim, get him to 1,000 subscribers before kickoff, before the first game kicks off next week. So, guys, we know what to do. We know what to do. Start sharing, start liking, start telling people about the channel. We have to get Mark to 1,000 subscribers. Omofiu, big up yourself. First time joining.
I may have been a little bit too critical. Oh, sorry, Omofiu. Sorry, my bad, bro. I may have been a little bit too critical on Chelsea there, but I do think they will be struggling there about around the below 10, somewhere around there, because not really looking too good for them this season, bro.
Man Lutata is saying, Mark, don't go that far. Omofiu, I'll come to you. GB is saying, brother Mark, I respect your opinion, great relegation. Man, that's what I was saying. I went a little bit too far. I know I saw a good news from Ja Week just now. Yeah, big up yourself, Ja. It's happy to see brothers and men actually flourishing. It's a very good days ahead for me. Got my new car today and getting a second holiday to Santorini, Greece on Monday. Big up yourself. We hope you have a good time, bro. GB saying 1,000 subscribers for Mark is in the bag. That's the spirit, GB. That's the spirit.
Big up, GB.
Omofios, what are you saying?
You know, I have a lot to say.
I know you have a lot to say. Big up, my brother. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, big up. Yeah, good to see you guys. And I think for me, whenever there's football discussion, I'm always there. And no dull moments for me.
Okay. What's your take about what Mark said about Chelsea? I know it's more like a reckless talk, but I hear where I could tell where Mark is coming from. What do you have to say?
If you ask me, I would say a little bit harsh, but I think the reality is just there. And when you look at how Chelsea have been playing the preseason, well, preseason is not the whole mark of how you judge a team, but you have to look at the team, the way it's been structured. We know the way Man City play. We know the way Arsenal play. We know the way Liverpool will play. We know the way United will still play, except if something change along the line. But for Chelsea, we don't really know what Maresca has in his bag currently now, because the team, like Mark said, is a little bit scattered and they're a little bit all over the place. I watched their match. I think I've watched three of their matches in this preseason. And I'm not really convinced with Maresca. I just think that when you look at where they were towards the end of last season, they were getting those wins, and the team was jaded along that line. I think it was a mistake to sack, and I would say if there's any Chelsea fan out there, you should correct me if I'm wrong. It is a mistake, and they will find out this season what I'm saying. It was a mistake to sack Mauricio Pochettino towards at the end of last season. It was a big mistake, and I would say so. And this is my reason: is that you have to give a manager benefit of a doubt. I just think that Todd Burnley and his consortium played to the fan gallery. And we knew that during the recruitment of Enzo Maresca, they were also all over the place looking for coaches left, right, center. It is this person, it is that person. And I think that going forward, we'll find out if Maresca was really the right man for the job. We'll find out. In 10 games, you have to use 10 games into the season
as a sample size,
as a sample size to judge how well the team will be. If they can get 7 wins in 10 games, fine and good, that's good for them. I think they'll have a wonderful season. Even 5 wins in 10 games, they'll have a wonderful season. But but if they struggle, maybe a draw, a win, or losses within that 10 games, then I think they are in for it. They're in for a very difficult ride next season. For me, I think they have to they have to look at what is being possible for them in terms of how they play next season. Defensively, they are not there. Disasi, Fofana, even the young players they've signed in the midfield and in the attack, I don't think Kopama will also find it difficult as well, because definitely your first season is a surprise package, but your second season, the weight is on you. The weight is on you. And once that weight is on you, you know what will happen. Then a lot of pressure at the end of the day. So let's see how Chelsea goes. Their ship will start sailing when they play City on the first game of the season. Then we'll find out. Then we'll find out where they will be going forward.
Jawik, that's a strong one. Big up yourself, bro. Congratulations. Big up yourself, bro. Let's go. So, Prof, I will come to you on your thoughts on this take right here from Tommy. Say Maresca is a polarizing manager. Players either love him or hate him, right? Leicester City did well with him first half of last season, but they had a terrible run last third. Leicester fans wanted him out at the end. Exactly. Omo, Numan, what are you saying? With this right in the air, what do you think would happen?
What's the question?
Like with this comment right there, do you think
okay.
Do you think it would be very easy for we already know the answer. Chelsea fans, they don't tolerate, right? What do you see Maresca surviving if he doesn't get, like what Omofil said, if he doesn't get the first 10 games right?
Brother, I've seen Maresca out ever since they lost 4-1 against, what do you call it, in pre-season?
Celtic.
Yeah. Against Celtic, I was like, dude, man, I know I'm playing hard out, even though I'm saying that rubbish, you know what I'm saying that. But no, do you know what it is? I feel like Chelsea, we got any Chelsea fans on the panel. There's no Chelsea fans on the panel, right?
No. But this guy is a neutral. Big up yourself, Timber.
Yeah. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to everybody in the chat.
Omo, talk to me. What are you thinking about this Tommy's statement here, right here? Tommy's comment.
I think that they have to stick with Maresca. If they fire him, that's a mistake that they're making. That's another mistake they're making. You can't be like, you have so many different profile of player. Like if they fire him, listen, that's on them. Like I really don't care. But then you've gone through so many managers. You've gone to Tuchel. You've gone to Poch. I believe there's Lampard in between. I believe there's Potter in between. Like you've gone through so many managers. Like it's a manager roulette. Yeah. Like I don't know why Maresca took that job in the first place. Like that job should be vacant.
To be fair, you
He
know
should be
something, guys.
vacant.
Okay, Mark, go
You
ahead.
know something, guys. I really never rate Poch. I know anybody who hear me talk about Poch know I don't rate Poch.
Yes, sir.
But I really think they make a huge mistake sacking Poch. You know, no, to be fair, bro. To be fair, I think
Yeah.
what Poch did last season was nothing short of a miracle. Imagine a team of 21 players who never played in the Premier League as a team before, and they fight and come in sixth. That's a very, very good achievement for a team that wasn't really a team before 2022-23 season, if you understand what I'm saying. And I think
agree.
Poch, if Poch had been given time, I would have been more worried about Chelsea this season if Poch was still the manager.
Yeah.
I would have said, you know what, we have a challenge on we hands for top four, because Chelsea would be continuing. And what Poch was doing to the end of the season was working. And you know, I mean, Chelsea fans are a bit spoiled. It's like United fans, but in a different sense of the way.
I was going to say they are spoiled.
They really, really spoiled badly, because you know, Roman Abramovich was like the perfect owner, like the perfect owner. You know what I'm saying? He put winning first at any cost. Any fan gonna love that, bro. And the kind of way he was doing it, they always had a top elite squad. Now is the plan for the future. So my thing is, Chelsea fans need to be prepared. It's more a long-term situation than even Man United. I think Man United will win a trophy before Chelsea. To be fair, it mightn't look like it, but I think Chelsea will click. But they still might have to change one or two players. They might have to move on one or two players, because squad disharmony will be a thing for Chelsea soon. They have 42 players in the squad, bro. They're not going to be good going forward, bro. There are plenty players there promise game time next season. Who's to say? What about it?
It's not 42. It's 45 now. 45.
45.
Yeah, they just signed Penders from Genk. Now, before
Wow.
you go, I could hear what Omofil was saying. One thing is this, man. I wouldn't say the sacking of Poch was a mistake. The thing is this.
Are you a Chelsea? Hold on. Are you a Chelsea? Are you a Chelsea fan?
No, I'm not a Chelsea fan.
No, answer my question. Answer my question first.
He's a
I'm
Real
not.
Madrid fan. He's a
I'm
Real
a Madrid fan.
Madrid
Let me
fan.
explain to you. The reason why she's
I'm a
How
Madrid
come so? But how
it
possible are
was
you a
never
Madrid
going
fan?
to work. It was never going to work. You know when we
Crazy
teamwork,
guy.
because
He went
this
for
guy
another.
called Pochettino, he
Mhm.
wanted to have a say in players to bring in. And I can tell you, if Pochettino was there, Conor Gallagher was not going to leave, because Conor Gallagher was a very, very important part for Pochettino. And
Yeah.
Gallagher has been a player Chelsea have wanted to sign for 2 years. You know what? When I hear people talking about the way they are treating Conor Gallagher is a disgrace, it doesn't make sense to me, because I knew he was up for sale for 2 years. The reason why he became a very important player for Chelsea was because of Pochettino. He even
No,
made him the captain
Banks,
at some
sorry
point.
sorry to interject. Don't you think that because Gallagher is one of their own, it's pure profit if they sell him?
No, fair enough. We could say that that is part of the deal as well. That is what happened, and that is the same thing that's going to happen with Chalobah as well. Just that I do not agree with Chalobah, because I believe Chalobah is better than whatever Chelsea have at the centre back. But when it comes to Conor Gallagher's case, it's different. In the midfield and the style of play they want to play, Conor Gallagher cannot meet up with every midfielders they've got at Chelsea. He's not better than Lavia. He's not better than Enzo. But on a good day, when you look at his work rates and the way he runs around on the pitch, he suits. You can see that, okay, this player is a good player. And he suits more of Atletico Madrid, not the way Chelsea want to go. But for me, if I'm going to make a prediction, for me, I think Chelsea are going to finish 11 today, in 11th this season.
Hold on your prediction, because I don't. This show ends up in about less than 20 minutes, right? But no, about 25 minutes, right? We're gonna get your guys' prediction for the top 6 or top 8 and the bottom 5. Omo, the floor is yours. Go ahead. You're about to say something.
Okay. If we look at Chelsea as a whole
too.
and the way.
Okay, Professor. Sorry, Omofils.
My bad,
You're
Omofils.
Omofils
Okay,
and
somebody.
Professor,
Nah,
sorry,
I wasn't
Omofils.
about to say anything.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
Omofils, go ahead.
Okay, if we look at Chelsea as a whole and where they are now currently, even post Abramovich, you look at Todd Bowley and his consortium, you find out that the way they carry out their deals currently now is unsustainable. I don't think they can sustain it going forward. and we see players that have come in and out. You see them sacrificing their academic graduates, the likes of Gallagher, Ian Mason, and signing players, our young players, who are thinking that going forward, this is what I think. Going forward, those players will come of age, they'll be matured, and they'll be sold at an expensive rate as well. I think it is unsustainable. 45 players in a team, some of them will go on loan definitely. Some of them will still fall down to the academy as well. But what will happen to the 26, 28 players that will be selected to play for the team over the course of this marathon that we are going to have from August till May next year? What will happen? I think is the question we have to ask Chelsea. We also have to ask Enzo Maresca, how would they go about it? Because for me, it takes a whole lot for a team to gel. A whole lot. You need players that have played together at least for 1.5 seasons. Half of the team should have players that have played together for 1 or 2 seasons, and the remaining half of the team can come in to refresh the team. But for Chelsea, I think they have, like I said initially, they will have a long way to go. If they have a dry season, then Todd Bowley needs to sit down and question himself: is this business worth doing? I have to sell the club. I have to give the club to somebody else that is ready to do this business.
Thank God you make mention of Todd Bowley, right? I know you're a United fan, right? Wouldn't you want a Todd Bowley? Because here's Jawick's comment right here. Yeah, I'll come back to Yamami's comment. Jawick is saying at least Bowley knows how to get rid of players. United best in class don't, right? So Omofuse, would you take a Todd? And Ja, please also let me know in the comment. Guys in the comment, let me know. Would you
swap? I take a Todd Bowley, bro. I say that
would
now.
You swap
I will take
Todd Bowley for the whatchamacallit, for the people we have at right now.
But let me say this: where have the whole players that they've got rid of? Where has it taken the club to? Because you see, lack experience. No, I understand what he's going. I understand where he's going to.
Somebody in here, Fix. I have a Fix guy in here. His name is Fix, right?
Has he? Okay, the only experienced player last season for Chelsea, for all I care, in that team, was the Brazilian defender in that team. He was the only experienced player. Maybe James.
Thiago Silva.
And Silva, who went to Fluminense, and maybe James as well, Rhys James as well in that team. But the rest of those players in the team, what will I call them? They are novice. They are novice with the Premier League, according to what a statement somebody made. They are novice with the and for the Premier League, you still need experience. This season will be a very difficult season. Enzo Maresca, and let me say this: he knows English football, but he doesn't know the Premiership football because the Championship is totally different. He was second in command to Guardiola. He has never been on that seat. Being on the seat is different from being aside on the left hand of that seat for Enzo Maresca. I just think that Todd Bowley goes to the market, buy a clean, fresh vegetable without worm, and serve that vegetable to oh God. Let me not say a lot, please.
Okay, let me get Mark. You're about to say something. Say what you want to say before I get to Fix.
I was saying, like, I could understand the part that he probably overspent and these kind of things, but he might have screwed the FFP for the next 3 seasons, like what Alien Red Devils is saying in the comments as well. But let me be honest, bro. If we had Todd Bowley, you see all them signings that we linked to, that we agreed terms with, they would already be walking through the door, buddy. They would be in preseason. And let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, broski, right? Now, whereas Chelsea had made mistakes, we didn't have the problems that Chelsea had. Okay. We still had some experienced players we could keep in our squad. So there'll be a different kind of overhaul. So with an owner like Bowley who willing to spend and know how to get men out, brother.
Yeah, these are all players. He's not spending money. Point of correction, please. Bowley doesn't spend money. It's all about
what he doing. Whatever he doing.
Whatever
he doing, laundry.
Let me shout out the guys that have come in right now. Big up David Moyes. David Moyes. I think David Moyes is Chelsea fan. Big up yourself. Welcome. Nero, big up yourself. Thanks for joining us. Kepa Lance, big up Nero. Also. I saw a comment right here. Jai is saying maybe we should get Bolly in for a couple of days to give some tips and tricks and how to get. Yo, bro,
Bro.
it won't be a bad idea, bro. Jai.
Bolly go and walk in, call up Snapdragon. Snapdragon sponsor we to get rid of 5 players. Think. Boom.
Boom.
The end. Bro, you feel it? Bro, listen. Now, I'm not saying that these things are possible. I'm just saying, but this perspective, you got to be creative. And we not being creative as United. Like, bro, I would have sell a player. Understand? This is just how I would have think. I would have sell a player this summer. And that money from that player, I would have take the money.
Can I share
contracts and get them out of my club,
Can I just share something with you guys?
Wait. Let me get from Fix. Big up yourself. Welcome to D-Hub Sports. And also welcome to Mark and MUFC fan channel. What are you saying? Are you
Mark?
there? Okay.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
Big up, Fix. What is it?
Man, somehow I don't know why the volume is very down. I cannot hear you guys like very.
I think you have
like
to
loud.
go in and just log out, go out from the chat and come back again. Maybe it's the internet. So
Okay.
sometimes it does like that.
All right. Okay.
He'll be back.
Mark, before we go to that, right? I'm still going to keep it with Chelsea for now before we go to United. I know we want to talk United a little bit before we take on the prediction or the possible outcome for where we'd finish. So strikers are available now. Isaac, Solanke, Osimhen, Tony, Gonzalo Ramos, but Chelsea decided to go for a player who can score a goal. I was going to talk about that. Omar Dion from Atletico Madrid. Professor, talk to me. What are you thinking? With
Let
this
me
comment.
go first now because I think we're going to say going to be explosive enough for everybody. So here I say, right? I go and start at the beginning of the list. Isak too expensive. He's a player I would take. Solanke, I would take him as well. Osimhen, overrated. I wouldn't take him for 50 mil. Forget him.
50 pounds.
You know what I mean? Tony, I been real honest here, right? You see when I look at Ivan Tony there in the middle like a Wednesday, something wrong. Have a red hair in there. No London club won this brother, bro.
True though.
It's just like Sanderberg. That men them telling me he real good. He this, he that. He could have be a generational talent or whatever the case is. Why didn't Vincent Company take this brother to Bayern Munich? You understand? These are the problems I'm looking at with them 2 players. Chelsea don't want him. They went and buy Omar Dion for 35 mil. They didn't pay 40 for Tony, no. They pay Omar Dion 35 mil for him, right? Arsenal looking to pay 78 million for Gyökeres, but they ain't going to pay 40 for this brother. Tottenham not even touching him with a 10-foot pole. They're looking to get in who's the striker Tottenham? Solanke. They're going to pay 40 for Solanke, brother.
They didn't need Solanke. He didn't do
but
rubbish
we, Manchester United fans, excited. Get Tony in.
No, Mark, when you put it like that, right, it makes it sound some type of way, right? But we are saying, no, I'm okay. I know you're gonna skin me for this, but
bro,
just
listen to me, right?
Listen to me.
In no type of way other than the way it is. This is straight facts. I not coloring it nowhere to make sense.
Osimhen is overrated.
Yeah, Fix, we're gonna come to you. I want to, before we go, Fix, by the way, you tell us who you support, what club you support. Professor, what do you make of Omar Dion? Chelsea needs a striker so bad, and they are getting Omar Dion from Atletico Madrid. Someone that had like 32 appearances, 9 goals from last season.
Chelsea is playing football ultimate team. They're just gonna buy all the players, and they just piecing in one, take one out, take one in. Like look at them, they're just buying young cheap players, putting them on cheap wages. If it doesn't work, they could just sell them for 30 mil. Like this is, to them, it's football ultimate team. Like when I see them buy this player, I'm like, you're not gonna use this player. Like I know you won't use the player. We all know you're not gonna use this player. You're gonna buy the player. You're gonna sell to a different club for more money. The players on the cheap wages. That's how I know. Just look at other player wages that they bought. They're on cheap wages. They're just gonna float them. And that's what it is. And when Mark says Sanderberg, like listen, I'm happy we're looking to Sanderberg. You know why? Because that's not a 10-hard player. That's not a 10-hard profile of player, or he's a whole different profile of player. And people are confused, like, why do we want a Burnley player? You know what? I'll wait. Go ahead, Drex.
No. I'm not. No, I'm looking. It was
No.
Mark. Mark
Well,
got me. Got Mark the way Mark was looking like you.
You see, when a
No,
player
no,
like
no, man.
Sandberg,
Listen.
No, Mark, let him
Listen,
land. Let him
listen.
land, Mark.
I
Let
hear
him
you.
land.
I
let me
hear you. You
finish.
know,
No, Mark, wait. Let him land.
finish,
Let him
finish.
land.
Good.
Can I
Good,
ask?
bro.
Can I ask Mark a question? Just one
when-
question to
Fields,
Mark,
Fields,
please.
Fields. Wait, hold your question. Let Prof land. Let Prof land.
When there's a player like Sandberg being linked to us, people are like, why do you want a Burnley player? If I'm already getting Burnley, isn't this the same Burnley that was coached by Vincent Kompany that's already coaching Bayern Munich? Listen, sometimes it's not about. Look at the whole team. Look, he's playing in a poor Burnley side. He's been a baller since it was at Genk. He was a wonder kid at Genk. He went to Sheffield United. Still a good player over there. I don't know why he went to Sheffield Wednesday or whatever it's called. He's still a good player there. Then he went to Burnley. Still a good player at Burnley. Look, you know what? If you want to look at this profile, look
Why
at
is
Burnley versus Manchester United 1-1
Fix,
and
hold
see
on.
what
Fix, hold on.
Sandberg did to your midfield.
Oh, that comment. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Mark, let's get this right.
Let
We
Fix
did
go.
get
Let Fix
okay.
go.
Fix.
And
Go
then I will
ahead.
talk
Yeah,
after.
it's fact.
Fix. Banks, I'll come to you later. Let me get Fix. Fix, what are you saying?
Okay, first of all, I'm a United fan, so
Okay.
I don't understand why Mark is just making jest of this Sanderberg guy. You
Okay.
you are a stats man, and you have seen this guy. He's going to help our future. Currently, United is dead in the middle. We are completely down in the middle. So I don't know. If we can get this guy in so that we get going, let's get this guy in. We literally have only Bruno and this guy Menu in the middle. Every other person there, I'm hearing some people saying Collier should play. What this man's name that is in Fiorentina now? The Fiorentina player.
Amrabat.
Amrabat. I don't even want to hear that mentioned. How can you say Collier that have not even played any professional game to replace Amrabat? You know, so we need two midfielders and very sound. Sanderberg should be one of them. Since Ogate is very expensive for us, we should get that kind of player in very fast, very fast. If not, because I'm hearing some in other programs, I saw you in other programs this evening. I'm hearing some fans saying Ten Hag this, Ten Hag that. If you don't give the man the tools to work, don't expect him to do miracles because his system is the kind of system that needs this kind of players. And if you don't want to play that kind of system, and I'm even hearing some United fans to say change system, change what?
Clap here, brother. You know what I mean? The only thing I will say to that is, I had to become a stats man because a lot of these fans here, this whole latest stats, right? As a eye test merchant, right? But I had to become a stats man. And if you look at his stats, it over the course of the last year for Toby Collier, and you look at his stats over the last year for the Sanderberger dude, you might be like me and say we might as well save that 30 million and start Toby Collier, bro. Give him that minutes because let me be real with you. I wanted to understand something. No, hold on. This man here on the left there talking about he was a wonder kid at Genk. Well, brother, Odegaard was a wonder kid at Genk too, brother. And you know what happened? He never played for Real Madrid as a starting player, bro. He feature in some games. Cool. He doing well at Arsenal. Okay, good. But let me be real about something, bro. This brother stats, what he tell me is he cannot tackle. So we cannot put him in the defense there to destroy nothing because he can't destroy. You dig? He could pass the ball, he could carry the ball, but he can't fucking win the ball, bro. So answer me the question: who we want to get to win that ball to give it to me and want to give it to Bruno? We have to get a defender to do it.
You're right. You're right. You see, let me say
Mark
something. Mark is right, by the way.
They are coming to you next. Let Professor go.
Okay.
Prof, go ahead.
I was gonna say that Mark is right. He's not the type of player that like Ogate. He's a different profile. Ogate is like go out there and win the ball. Sanderberg is not gonna go out there and win the ball. He's in the right position already. He's in the right. That's why I say he's not a Ten Hag player. Ten Hag was like a player like Ogate, like they'll run around tackle and win the ball. Sanderberg is not a Ten Hag player. Listen. Once he comes in, Ten Hag will not know what to do with him. He doesn't know what to do with him. By the way, if he comes in, Wait, what? I didn't
He
hear.
says Ten Hag wants De Jong.
He's saying,
but
he's
bro,
saying Ten Hag wants
No,
the
no, no,
youngest.
not
let's
saying
just
that.
play it like this, right?
I'm saying
Between
that
me and
Ten
you,
Hag
now,
wants
Max, panel
Ugarte,
question,
and
right?
No.
Sanderberg is a different profile. Like,
Yeah.
for example, like if the way the manager wants to play, which is rock and roll football, Sanderberg is not going to work for it. He's not the right profile. Ugarte
Okay.
is the right profile for what this manager wants to do. So if they're bringing Sanderberg, I already know he's going to fail because what Ten Hag wants to do. Ten Hag barely knows to do a minor.
So okay, Omo, if you know that the player is going to fail, why do you still want the player in?
You don't want
He's
Ten
not.
Hag
He's
here,
not
bro.
going to fail. He's not going to
Listen,
fail.
I want the
They're
player in
going
because I
to
know
be
Ten Hag doesn't know what to do with
dominating
him.
Okay, so
Also,
you are saying,
remember,
so
He's
you are
not either one Ten Hag
This
sack.
agenda based.
okay,
You understand?
okay.
Now, yeah, my
Okay.
question, guys. This is my
Oh,
simple
You
question
get me
to
another
everybody.
manager and did the well with Sanderberg. You get me another manager and did the well with Sanderberg.
the big, playing the big teams. Mark, playing the big teams is not our problem. If you remember last season, he's playing the smaller teams. So that's where we're having problems. So if we can control the game, that area part of the tackling and all that, the guy is an intelligent player and he controls game. If you watch him in the bowling team, I even think that playing with better players in United team, he can even be more cleaner than that thing we are watching in bowling.
Well, I already expressed my doubts on that because my doubt is that if he's so good, why didn't Vincent Company take him to Bayern Munich, brother? That's the only thing.
Mark, don't forget we got Mark. Don't forget we got our Captain Kino from Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, no,
right?
but come on, bro. He's not a Captain Kino, brother. Captain Kino, come.
Fix.
That's not effects. Hold on. Let me just explain this. No, I'm not against the signing. Understand what I'm saying here?
All right.
I'm not against it. Because at the end of the day, we lacking in midfield. I will have the signing. But what I'm saying is this: what we are going away from the profile that we really need. Now, look, he is probably gonna cost us £30 million. Because the recent report is that Burnley raised his price by £10 million. So he was 20. So now he's 30. So my step is, you see what you were saying earlier? If he is £30 million and it's 35 for De Jong, better we buy De Jong, bro.
Bro, that's the United.
I just think that
I'm gonna ask Omar before you get in this question now, so you could take the floor for the next maybe 1 or 2 minutes, right? If I know Fix was saying something about he doesn't Koilia, Amrabat and stuff like that, right? Wouldn't you rather have McTominay moved on and Koilia taking his position?
Yes.
That's my question to you. Would you take Koilia, the young Koilia, right? To Fields? Would you take Koilia, right, and put him in the squad and move McTominay on?
Man, I won't take Koilia, to be frank. See, we don't need to experiment.
Serious?
We don't need to experiment. And let me say this: we don't need to experiment. Go ahead. If I can get and let me say this. Let me say this.
Okay.
Let me say this: if I can get Ugarte, I can get Fofana, I can get Sanderberg, I will have them in my team now. And this is what I think. Casemiro has no legs anymore. He has no legs anymore.
I don't understand. I don't believe that.
Banks, I'm coming to you next. Banks, I will give you the floor to react.
Hold on.
If I go to Banks, I just want to ask you one question about this fella Fofana, right? Are you willing to accept him losing the ball 14 times every game? 38 games for the season. Every single game he play, he's going to lose the ball 14 times. For the least.
No.
As long as you're willing to accept that with Fofana, brother.
I understand you. We still have a player in that team that loses the ball even more than 14 times.
Nobody in our team has lose the ball more than
hold on.
Nobody. Listen to me. Go and check the stats. Nobody is lose the ball 14 times every single game. He's the only man in English and European footballers do it. He is the only man.
Banks,
I agree with him. His stats are right.
Saying that you look like David is the Chappelle character.
Please, I want to say something.
Dave Chappelle in the building.
Your stats are right, but the fact is, if I can get any player, if I can get these three players in the midfield, I will
No,
go for
fix.
this.
I will come to
I will
you.
prefer
Fix. I'm
these two
coming to
players
you.
in the
Fix. I'm
midfield.
coming to you. Let me get. I will
Mark,
get Banks. Go ahead.
Temba,
Go
go to
ahead.
Mark,
Temba.
No.
Mark,
you know what?
just
I'm
listen to me.
confused.
Wait,
I'm
Now,
you
this
know
is
confused.
what
Go
is
ahead.
this? When
Yeah,
you
this
talk
is the
about Casemiro leg being gone, I don't agree with that. You know
no.
why I
You
said I
have
agree
to.
with this?
You have to.
No,
You
just
have to.
wait. I'm coming to.
And this is the
let me
reason why
tell
I'm
you why.
saying so.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the reason why it looks as if Casemiro legs are gone is because of the fact that the system Eric Ten Hag is playing exposes these guys.
Boom.
Look at when Kobe Mino played. Did he got exposed? Look at when Amrabat played. He got exposed. Eric Ten Hag is playing 3-6-1. Like, what the fuck is that? 3-6-1 in the Premier
It's
League.
3-1-6.
Is
It's
that wrong, though?
3-1-6.
It's 3
Yeah.
sorry, 3-1-6. Sorry,
Transformation.
3-1-6. He's playing
No.
3-1-6.
Let's look at. Let's look at. See,
No,
I
Pause,
think
pause,
the
pause,
problem.
Fix,
The
pause,
problem.
Fix. I like this question to go to. I like this question to go to Fix. Fix, what do you have to say in response to Temba's comment? Eric, like that Casemiro and Amrabat and Kobe Mainoo got exposed based on the manager's tactics or how the manager set up his team. What's your take on that one?
I don't think he's watching our games, and he's
Exactly.
watching. I mean,
You don't watch your game more than me. I'm telling you.
Hiya.
when you
Like,
are
you know what?
watching,
Wait first. When I said it here, look at Amrabat when he played double pivot against Man City. What how did they play? They played very well. Eric Ten Hag, sometimes what you should do as a manager is this.
so we should be defending all the games. Is it what you are
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
As it is,
Is it what you are saying?
Manchester
Yeah, no matter for
United
that.
are not
When we
ready
play
to
that year,
play
when we play
like
with the hard
passing
3-1-6,
football. You
how
guys are
many
not
chances
ready.
do we play? And how many? That's what
3-1-6
we should be
information is
thinking.
crazy.
Look
3-1-6.
at our game against Liverpool. Look at
You are
if
playing against kids.
Casemiro leg is not
Against
gone.
kids.
Our game against Liverpool in preseason, when Kolia, a small Kolia, go for press, this man will just relax and he won't even follow up to close down the gap. And before you know it, they will beat our press and they are in our 18. And you say his legs are not gone.
Guys,
Let
guys,
me tell you,
guys,
your
calm down. Okay,
midfield
guys,
is
okay,
so
guys,
open. It's
guys,
so
calm down.
open. We are
Guys,
playing
calm
with
down.
kids.
Guys, calm down.
Yeah,
I
but
asked
what?
the question.
Listen,
Wait,
listen.
Mark, I want to go to Manj. I haven't heard Manj's
know,
voice since. Let me go
Manj,
to
let
Manj.
Manj
Let me go
talk.
to
Why
Manj.
you
come back.
Manj,
Nah, I'm
Manj,
enjoying the conversation, man. You
I
guys
know
carry on.
you are. I asked the
Get out of here,
question.
man. Yeah. Bad. Go be garbage. I want to say something.
Manj, I asked the question, right? Koilia taking the position that McTominay would leave vacant if he's sold, right? And Omo Fields is saying no, he doesn't want that. You made a comment earlier. You made a comment the private, right? So
Yeah.
what? How do you see that? You don't fancy that as well?
I feel like Kobe Collins is a good player, but what it is for me is preseason hype.
Okay.
For me, we need to know where it is in where the real games are, i.e., the 16th of August, whatever. For me, people might disagree. It's all good. That's why we have different opinions for.
Your
I think
man
he's
is
in a
still
shop
in his
window.
fridge. Not ready.
He's in a shop window for a championship move.
Mhm.
That's why I see it.
Okay.
All right.
Omo,
Let me
go to you,
say
Omo.
something about some
wait,
of these
wait a
youngsters.
minute,
Because
Mark.
Wait a minute.
Omo.
Listen.
Bro.
I agree with Matt Coiler. I beg, listen. Don't bring that child here. Don't bring that child here. That child will get exposed.
The only
Listen,
thing Korea has
listen,
currently
listen.
is energy. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Let me tell you something. It's all because of the man.
listen, your agenda killing me.
No.
Listen.
Mark, let him
These
finish.
guys don't know you
Let him
anymore.
land so that we can hear him
Let
clearly.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's all because of how this manager wants to play. This manager want to play rock and roll football. Look at your front three. None of them can hold on to the ball. You have Bruno the Great. He's not holding on to the ball. You have Mino that's holding on to the ball. Only Mino is by far
It's
holding on
not
to the
pep
ball.
football, boy.
I'm not talking. Listen, this is the problem.
That's exactly what you're talking about. It's only pep football is hold on to the ball in every single
let me
facet
talk.
of the
You see,
field.
you're interrupting. Now let me
Let him
finish.
talk, man.
You see,
Mark, I will
when
give you the
all those
after
players
applause.
are holding
So
on to the
just let
ball,
him finish.
you have Mino that's holding on to the ball. You have Casemiro that doesn't like to hold on to the ball. He likes to lay the ball off easily. The whole game plan is go long. And once this players do the ball up front, we get hit on the counter. And what do? Consider cutback goal. That's all be happening. That's why I said I'm not watching preseason with nobody. You guys watch a preseason, I don't care. August 16, I'm watching matches. I'm not watching Community Shield. August 16, I'm watching matches. when the Premier League starts. Come this year, I don't care about it. I'm not doing no prediction. I don't care about that. Premier League, Fulham, when you get listen, Premier League is so good because people are like, oh, we have a plan in preseason. They come to Premier League. First match, you get punched in the face. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I gotta go back to the drawing board. I gotta go back to the drawing board. Listen,
now, yeah, I could smell your bias from way here, bro.
It's not biased.
It has happened
It's
before.
not biased.
No, Temba,
This,
go ahead, Omo, continue.
listen. Drax today
Yeah,
is not biased
yeah.
because everybody has a plan in preseason. Yeah,
Man,
everybody has a plan in preseason, and it's gonna come to an end. It's gonna come to an end eventually.
Yeah.
And we'll be
I
there.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Temba,
You know, I
100%.
agree with some parts of what
Okay.
almost saying, but you see,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
listen, right? And this is what I want everybody to understand. We all
Okay.
speculating about what we see, what we think, what we've seen last season. And this is one thing I kept saying last season. Olmo could attest it because he didn't agree with it at all. But I was telling them that our players, despite some of them not suiting the system, the ones who might have been able to convert was taking long to understand the system he was trying to play. And the biggest thing for me with preseason, because I didn't care if we win or lose, to be fair, I was just looking to see how these players who are not
Casemiro was unwilling to do
hold
it.
on, bro. Hold on. Some of the players who start, most of the starters in preseason, we was missing 5 key starters, right? So I was looking at to see if this team here, without those 5 key starters, would create chances, would keep up a tempo, would have some patterns of play that look similar throughout each game. And I have seen this, right? Now, in some games better, in some games worse. But remember, last season, without them key players, he wasn't creating no chances, right? And while it's preseason, it's still a little bit of signal of intent from these young players. And it shows that a lot of these fringe players, they understand the roles that they have to play. So there might not be a drop-off as large as what we had last season. That is one improvement I think we'll have. The fact that we're creating multiple chances against Liverpool without Bruno Fernandes, that's a miracle, brother. Because last season without Bruno, the most chances we create last season without Bruno, bro, was 3 in our game. 3. Oh, check it out. Check him out. Right, so hear him out. Forget your agenda for a second, Olmo. Forget your agenda for a second.
It's about what it said.
Toby Collier, brother. The same thing I tell you at the beginning of last season about Kobe Mainoo, and you ask me, well, why see that from
Forget it.
I tell man about Kobe Mainoo last season. You listen here. I watching the youths for the last 4 years, bro. I telling you now. You see that fella they call Toby Collier? When you see him this season, Christmas time, I come in to collect receipts from man them like you. Because here we're going on. That fella, bro, going on surprise all you. He is the man. Let me tell you something.
You're not here to collect any receipts.
Ten Hag have a plan for this little brother, bro. This little brother go and come in and fill some roles, get some game time and develop. You see, after Christmas, you'll see the beauty in this player. Calm it down. We don't have the best signings in here.
Guys.
I understand what you're all saying.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Before you ask your question, guys, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this video, guys. Help the channel grow.
Thank you very
much.
Smash
the like, smash. I would say this again for the 600 and something people that have actually subscribed to Mark's channel. Big up yourself. We're on the road to 1,000 before the first game next season. So, guys, you know what to do. D-Hub is on 325. We're on the road to that number, but we have to make a stop at 400. Guys, please take us there. I'll drop the link for them from the bros channels in the chat later. Koilia is a gem, says week. Let me just go through some of the chats right here. Patricia is saying we can't even sell McTominay, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro so that we can go and replace them. I lost all the hope on the upcoming season. She's giving up already, bro. I think
I'm so sorry.
Week is saying that Hamad needs chance as well. I agree with Week on that one. Okay. Yeah, the question. Go ahead. Big up, Tess. Big up.
I'm Drax. So far this season, right?
Yeah.
Going into this community shield, going to this season.
Yeah.
You know that we have some injuries. So can we write this season off already?
if that's if you want a yes or no kind of answer, right? I can't give you a yes or no kind of answer, but I would
Okay,
not
okay.
say right is
I'm glad.
this.
I'm glad. It's even better you don't have an answer because last is an excuse. Injury. We're not
Mhm.
blaming player A, B, C, D. We
He's
can't
not
sell
wrong.
certain
No,
players.
but
We
no,
can't
but
do this. The manager
Omo,
can't get his
Omo,
players
yeah,
in.
I get you, but
It's
Omo, you
like
go ahead, finish up. I'll tell you what I
I was
want to
gonna
say.
I was gonna end I was gonna end on the point as in this is the season, the third season, where I'm expecting coaching to come into play.
Okay,
Again, coaching is expected to come into play.
Hey, yo,
I
that laugh was
okay.
loud still.
Oh, he can laugh all he
Sorry.
wants. You've had Maguire for
No,
3 years.
I had a laugh now
Mark,
because
Mark, let him
Wait,
finish. I want him to finish so I can
Mark,
answer. Then you would
give me
answer.
30
I need to
seconds.
hear
Give me 30
Tess' voice as
seconds.
well.
Give me 30 seconds. You've had Maguire for 3 years. You have Rashford for 3 years. Those are the mainstay people keep mentioning. Oh, sell Rashford, sell Rashford. You had him for 3 years. You have Maguire for 3 years. This is Casemiro third year. This is Ericsson third year. This is Luke Shaw third year. Like you've had these splits for 33 years now. Anthony, Malacia, he's been available. Anana, second year. I don't count that. But you've had this split for 3 years. I expect to see coaching now. You've had them for 3 years. I want to see some coaching on the pitch. Don't give me no rock and roll football that I know what you're known for. I expect to see some coaching. You want to dominate games, dominate the opponent, dominate the
Dominate
opponent.
without players. What?
Wait, no,
I mean, I
fix.
just
Let
want
me
to
say
ask
this.
one
Let me
question.
just drop
If you
this
have a
before.
silver bar, a
Mhm.
bar silver for 50 years, it will turn into gold.
No,
Olmo, if you have a bar silver for 50 years, it will turn into gold.
no, but Mark, I understand where
No,
Omo is
because that's
coming.
literally what you're saying
Let,
there,
let
broski.
me okay, for fees fix and fees that are just joining on the DL Sports the panel for the first time. Let me just explain to you a little bit where Omo stands, right? Omo, you might think Professor Omo is actually looking at, maybe he has a bias towards Ten Hag. He does a little bit, but here's his own claim. If Ten Hag wants to play his style of football, he should play it. He should implement it. He should go ahead and do it. No, Omo feels I will come to you. This is where so that you know the context with which he's trying to talk. Sometimes he should go ahead and do it, right? And not just chicken out when the thing did not work like he did in the first season when he tried to play out of the back. The first two
It's
games
too
were
late
lost in,
now.
and
It's too
so
late.
that is where Omo is coming in. But I want to
Yeah,
peg Omo back.
I understand.
I want to
I
peg
understand his
Omo back
point.
on his own point, right? Omo, it was you who said a while ago, right? Even in this stream that Maresca should be given time, shouldn't be sacked and all of that, right? But you still feel like United have you from what you're saying, from what I'm insinuating, you still feel like United have a better squad than Chelsea. With knowing fully well that we still have Ari Wan-Bissaka that's not fit for purpose, McTominay that we know doesn't get on the game, gets the odd goal here or there. We still have Christian Eriksen that we know we didn't see him last season. A lot of people were surprised what he did at them for Denmark in the Euros, right? We were like, where's this Christian Eriksen? We still have Lindelof, Harry Maguire. We didn't have Luke Shaw last season. We did not have a striker last season. So all of this put into context, right? At what point, Omo, and I'm going to go to Omo Fields after Omo response, because I know Mark, if I give Mark, we'll not close. At what point, Omo, do you not say that, okay, Seal, okay,
No,
Drex, you have a reason there, you have a point there. At what point do you not say, you know what, let me just cut this manager some slack and wait for them to move these players on? At one point, I agree with you when you said we need to see some coaching, but at what point do you balance everything? Professor Omo. Okay, he's not there. Okay,
Let me
let
hear
me go.
Tembo on
Okay,
this.
Let
I
me
want to
let
hear
me
no,
get
Tembo.
to
you
test.
know
Let me
what?
get to test. Let Test shout out the
Oh,
test. What you
Tess.
Okay,
saying?
Tess.
Big up everyone. Big up
Big
everyone.
up, Tess.
Big up, big up.
Test you the
Good.
sleep.
No, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just trying to talk a bit quiet. It's good though. It's
Oh,
good
okay, okay, okay,
to
okay.
hear everyone's what they call it, everyone's voice and everyone's argument. But funny enough, I agree with Omo and I agree with Mark to an extent. Looking at because where I look at where Omo I think Omo is coming from is that it's like we are scared to fail, and we keep trying to adapt to the players we have. Well, Omo is saying just do it, And if you fail, let's accept that probably will come at what they call 10th, 12th try. But what
Yeah,
we're trying to implement what
they
they call
can go and go to irrigation like Burnley.
no, no, I'm hold on now. Wait now. Hold on.
Fix. Just wait. Let's test because
I'm coming
test
now.
mute just now. Let him because I know
Yeah,
test
yeah.
is
So it's like he's saying like, let's just try what we have to try. Why? Because we are but again, because we are what it calls we need to implement the system. And gradually, right, we start making those changes and we start seeing improvement from there. It's like it's just sometimes in life, right, you have to go back to move forward. Right. So I think that's where it's coming from. Now if you're looking at where sorry, baby. Now look at where Mark is coming from. Mark, which is right. Yeah. Mark is saying, right, we don't have the players to play the way Ten Hag wants to play. Hence, we have to what they call adapt a bit, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. Adapt a bit, right, to be able to get the results. And gradually, when we phase out players, right, then what they call we can start, we are moving forward. So it's almost doing like part, like small, right? We're almost go down and let's come up, right? So either ways, right? I think both have good and solid arguments, but because we are united, and if where Mark probably more where Mark edges it most, it's more so if we go down, Ten Hag is sacked. So Ten Hag has what they call manage that, right, to an extent, right? So it can still, we're still getting the results.
The
Like
best
gradually,
manager we have
we are
now
facing
for
that
this
players.
period is Ten Hag. I don't think any other person can do this
fix
job right now.
please press a pause on that thought. Let me just read some of the chat here before because we have less than 9 minutes to wrap up the show, so I get you guys to Nero is saying we were lost and ETH lifted us from that depth. From his speech to the FA Cup, did he lie? Deliver what he promised? That's Nero right there. I know what he was talking about. He's talking about the season that everybody felt like we were crap, and Ten Hag came in and got us to third, gave us the Carabao Cup, and we all knew what happened last season with it. So I kind of agree with him though. Jarwick is saying ETH in his press conference looked like he's lost in sauce. He's a proper yes man to Ineos. Probably this man.
Forget the next comment.
I'm not bringing the next comment. No.
But look at it like this, right? That's a little bit too much. But look at this, right?
Big up
I want to
yourself,
hear
bro.
what Fix had to say, and I want to hear a little bit of what Temba have to say on this as a neutral, to be fair. And then we could go to Marion, right? I don't have to say really much again. Fix.
I think am I the next person to speak?
Yeah, go ahead, Fix. tell me for Temba, because if I give Temba,
okay.
we will close very soon.
Okay, first of all, to the people that wants a playing style and all that, I think the mistake, one of the mistakes that our new owners or Ineos are making now is you people that say we should move back and come forward. I think right now we don't have the money, and the best thing they should have done is to put Marcus Rashford in the market that will fetch us 70 million or 80 million. Then we'll solve every other problem that we have. Because we have players there that can do the job that he's doing. Sell Rashford, you buy a midfielder. No, don't shake your head. Sell Rashford, you buy a midfielder.
No,
I agree with you, brother. I want this. I bet I'm not saying it myself. Thank you.
So we are having a money issue. You do that, we have Garnacho and we have Sancho at the left hand side. Then that is moving back and going forward. Because right now we are looking for everywhere for money, and even though we said this guy McTominay and I, he's not going to raise the fund. He's not going to raise the fund that we need. So for me,
I think he's right. He's right. Absolutely right, please. You're right.
Like you want us to play a playing style like Burnley and go to relegation? This man that Ten Hag is the best manager that we can get currently in our situation. In our situation, look at what this man, this Grazers family has done to our club for over the years. I cried when
they are still there, my brother. They've not gone. They are still there, and that's why we're still having this problem. They are still there. The Glazers are still there.
There is a kind of change in terms of hope aspect. I cried when we lost to Birare in the Europa League final. because I was feeling like this man has done a job. He deserves some trophy.
Okay. Fix. Temba, this question is for you, and it's gonna go all around the panel, right? But you're gonna go first because I haven't heard your voice. Man, get ready. At what point, right? Everybody throw your bias. Everybody throw your defense aside. Put it aside. Neutral. Put on your neutral hat. I know I'm saying this because at what point do you not say, okay, let's actually look at Eric Ten Hag, right? And say, okay, Eric Ten Hag, you are not doing what you're supposed to do. Now, all the variables are intact, but I'm saying, at what point do you say that? At what point do you actually call the manager and say, bro, you are not doing this? What comment do you want me to read? I am actually reading all your comments, Ja. I bet I won't read that. This one, Ja. This one, nah, not that one. No, Ja.
The comments because everybody is welcome now.
Okay, let me see the weakest one. Go ahead, Temba. Go ahead. At what point do we call?
What thing is this, man? For me, like I said, I agree with what I think. When he came to the club initially, that was when he was supposed to immediately try to implement style of play. And I believe Manchester United fan would have been patient because they will see that, okay, he's building something. You know, that match, he lost against Brentford at Brentford and Brighton. Then he dropped everything he was all about to switch to something else he was not used to. Then he won a trophy in his first year. Okay. Yeah, in first year he won a trophy.
I'm not laughing at you. It's Jan that's making me laugh.
Then he got second.
I read that comment.
Then he got second. He got third in the league. Now coming to the second season, expectation increases.
Yeah,
but
if
no. Fix. Wait. I will come
just
to
wait.
you.
Let him finish.
When you say they don't back Ten Hag has been the most backed player, coach from the last person. I don't think there's any coach that have been backed as Ten Hag. And then people tell me about, you know where Ten Hag lost me, because he lost when he said he cannot play the Ajax way. That's where he lost me.
But you didn't put it into context, bro.
You have been giving 400 million pounds for kind of that, guys. 400 million pounds.
Spent wrongly. Spent wrongly.
Mark, I will allow you to debunk that. Right? When it gets to you will debunk it,
more than 50 players.
No, he's well spent wrongly. I know Ten Hag is not the one that goes around and says, okay, yes, I want you to buy this player by all means. But sometimes, if you say I need this player, they'll get the player by all means. You brought in Anthony. Like, look at the signings. The signing had been horrendous. Mason Mount, you could have got Mason Mount.
You buy Odegaard, bro.
Just to wrap your point, right? You are saying that because he has spent that, we need to be calling. Now is the time to actually say, Ten Hag, you are not delivering. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no. Because you want to say he has delivered 2 trophies in 2 years, and he has been, because one thing is this.
So you can applaud him for that.
We are getting another one this season.
Yeah. He can get that credit for that, because it's not like he's the first manager to do it, win a trophy back to back. He's the first person to do it. But the thing is that right now, going to this year, there should be a style of play. Not just
I agree with that to an extent, bro.
At least
Mark, wait, Fix. Respond to that. Respond to that style of play thing. Fix, let me hear your response to that, please.
Me, with what I have seen, I'm not caught out with that style of play bullshit, because we don't have the players to do it.
Okay.
We don't have the players to do it.
You have players.
We have players.
We've got players.
Just 1 minute.
Sancho can play as a 10. Sancho can play as a 10.
Banks, can you listen to me?
Experiments you are asking for.
No, not experiment. I saw it. We also had
Banks.
Let's go.
He can play as a winger. He can play as a 10.
5 minutes, guys.
Banks, can you listen to me?
Okay,
Banks, you still have the remnant of post Van Gaal, post Mourinho, post Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Hold on, let me just make my point.
It's not an excuse.
No. Banks, wait.
That's all. Hold on. That's all.
No, the man is making
I'm gonna say something here, Temba, right?
Wait.
And I understand what you're saying.
Ange Postecoglou had players from Conte. He had players from Mourinho.
You don't bring Tottenham perspective
hold
to
on,
Man U is a different club entirely.
Not an
It's
excuse.
different club.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Let me say something to Temba when he finished, because I
I'm
understand
not
where
having it.
Temba coming
Manj,
from.
don't go
No, I
away. I'm
understand
about
where
to
he
take
coming
that
from,
now,
you know,
Manj.
guys.
Manj, please
But
don't
here
go.
the
I'm about to
biggest
take
problem,
that.
right? Here the
Alright,
biggest problem with our statement there, where you talk about with Ange Postecoglou, right? If you and I want to talk about profiles here, so let me make it real clear and try to be concise.
Mark, please make it
When
concise.
Conte wanted to get out some of those players, it was because they don't suit his style of play. Conte's play counter-attacking football. The players who he wanted to get rid of is play attacking, expansive football. That's why he didn't want them. So when Ange come into the squad, if you see the flip in the squad, all Conte starters was fringe, all the fringe was starters. Why? He had players in his profile already in his team. They bought 5 players to the squad, brand new players. Dorji, they bought Van der Ven, Vicario. They bring in a winger. They bring in a next midfielder.
Johnson.
The players that really build into the team. You understand what I'm saying? So, in my honest opinion, we didn't have that kind of influx and exit. We not giving Ten Hag the power to get rid of players. We're not selling players to keep
Yeah,
it moving.
just understand it now.
Teams like Arsenal, Klopp, Pep, Tata. None of them never make this excuse for Pep.
Just one word, please, before you go, please.
His players because he had 52 signings.
Just one word. I'm not. Just 10 seconds, please.
42 signings.
Okay, Fuse, you have 10 seconds. Mark, wait.
Fuse, you have 10 players, bro.
Remember when I made this statement, and Mark, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You remember when I made this statement in the last show we had on the football fans, when I said, when United buy a player expensively, like when we signed Pogba and Maguire, those players are added as equity inside the club because of the depth of the club. They are added as equity, and that is why it's so difficult to get rid of them over the course of when they are in the. You just let their contract wind away, and that's the problem United had. United's problem is different from Tottenham's problem. To be frank, entirely different. Don't compare the two, please. They're just so different, please.
Okay, let's see. Let's not deviate from the possible outcome or theme, right? We all know we know what possible outcome is. So let's get back to possible outcome. Before we do that, let me get Nero is saying preach, Mark. Nero is saying we as United support. I think I saw a comment that was something close to this. Yeah, let me read Kepa's comment first. He said United fans are just smelling hypocrisy, and why are you all paying? This is business, emotions. Kepa, I will respond to you. We are not paying. It's just our football club. We love the football club. We want to get things moving, right? But we all know the constraints. Some of these players are based on their high wages. It's difficult to move them on. Like what Fields is saying, yeah, the past regime, they just put these players as assets towards the club. So it's very difficult. They rather have them run down their contract than actually do what proper clubs do by moving players on. Let me go to Nero now. Nero is saying we as United supporters, we are being greedy. He delivered a trophy every year and 3 finals. So I agree with you, Nero, right? But I'm not an ATH outer. Everybody knows me, right? But I feel like you cannot please everybody at the same time. Some people just need to see some certain things for them to be at home and be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this manager time, right? And for some of them, they want the manager to stick to his guns by doing what he feels like, what they believe he knows how to do, right? But where my disconnect? Yes, let me finish. My disconnect with that is they are saying the manager should stick to his guns, but for some other managers, they will say if those managers like Ange, take for example, when Ange was playing the High Line, a lot of people were like, why is he not changing? Why is he not adapting? Why is he not, For some people, they will give those managers the kudos, right? If they tend to adapt, but for our manager, they'll be like, no, you don't have to adapt. Play what you want to play. However the result is, let everybody know this is what you want to play. Frank de Boer played what he knows how to play, and he got sacked by Crystal Palace, right? Let's get.
All I'm saying is, right? I understand it, but
wait. Let me finish. I want to just finish this. Okay, I think he said you can't enjoy a steak before Brian it. Give it time. I agree with you. Okay. Big up Luan, the one with the count. Thank you so much.
You mean to say, I just saying, right, guys, like on the stuff fair as a football fan, you had to be realistic at some point in time. You can't be impractical. Now, in a perfect world, third season, obviously he's supposed to be showing style of play and whatnot and whatnot. But when you look at this United squad, and this is me asking a question, and this is just to the whole panel, to the chat, everybody. Look at this United squad. In 21-22, we say sack the lot of them, bro. We said sack 10 plus more.
Yeah.
So what we talking about at this point? This is the problem I have with some of these fans, bro. We said to get rid of these bastards, or whoever it is you don't like, whoever it is wasn't doing a job from since 21-22 season. We say get rid of them. Now, until we get rid of them, bro, I cannot judge our manager 100% genuine, because he dealing with these same players that suck other players, suck other coaches.
Manager. Okay, Omo.
I disagree.
Omo, we're about to round up this, right? You disagree? Give me, tell me, give me in 30 seconds why you disagree, and start the top 6 and bottom 5 for me. From the list right
I disagree, because everything is all about player this, player that, player this, player that. This man, has been the most backed manager in the whole Manchester United ever since.
Honestly,
ever since
Jose Mourinho.
No, please don't. You have to.
Jose Mourinho.
Mourinho was back.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had spent more than him.
Okay.
Only the first season they backed him. The other players they're bringing. What's that guy's name? The Netherlands guy's name.
Let me speed this up. Like he has been the most back manager. He has gotten the players that he wanted. Majority of the players that he wanted. He has gotten. No other manager has gotten.
Fix. We'll talk about this later. Let's just wrap this up. Omo, give me your top 6 from the list right here.
Arsenal is winning the league. Followed by Liverpool, City.
Okay.
Aston Villa,
Liverpool, City,
Newcastle, West Ham, United.
No, give me 7. Make it so it's Arsenal, City. Where's Liverpool?
Liverpool is second.
Okay, so Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Then who's fourth? Aston Villa. Then Newcastle. Then United is 6th.
Oh, United, please. Is West Ham?
West Ham.
West Ham is there. Chelsea is there.
Bro, man says West Ham.
What's the Chelsea there?
Yes.
Bro,
West Ham.
Okay.
West Ham they got 4 crore and they've got into Todibo.
Wait.
Okay.
Todibo is going to West Ham as well.
There's Newcastle. You said you said Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Aston Villa, Newcastle, West Ham. Okay.
Chelsea, United.
Where's Tottenham? Chelsea, United.
Oh, I forgot about. Oh God. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Tottenham at 4.
Tottenham at 4. So Aston Villa will not make the Champions League cut, right?
So that means United in 9th.
Tottenham at 5.
Tottenham at 5. So let me go. Let me
recap. That means United finishing 9th.
So for you, your top 6 is Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Newcastle. That's your top 6.
Yes.
Okay, good. Then your bottom 5 or your bottom 4?
Bottom 4 is Southampton, Everton. They've lost some players. Okay. Scroll down.
Oh, let me
I can't see the bottom list. The bottom 2. Wolves is hard. Now Wolves won't be there. Southampton, probably Ipswich, Nottingham Forest. Those 3.
And Everton as well. So
yes.
Okay, so just like the way you said
5.
Okay, 4 is okay. Just like the way you said Arsenal will win the league. Who do you think will get relegated? The sure relegation.
Southampton.
Okay. Amanj, let me come to you next.
All right, we're gonna talk about what I think about the manager. We're just gonna just do top.
Give me your thoughts about the manager and give me your top 6 and who you think would for sure be relegated.
Okay, Ten Hag should have been left after the FA Cup final with Van Gaal style.
Okay.
If you know, you know. Top 6 are number 6, Manchester United.
Okay.
Number 5, Tottenham.
Okay.
Number 4, Chelsea.
Okay.
Number 3, Arsenal.
Okay.
Number 2, Man City.
Man City.
And I hope I'm wrong about this. I'm very
Don't
hope
say
I'm
Liverpool.
wrong.
Don't say Liverpool, please.
I'm going for Liverpool.
Bro, man says Liverpool.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. My gut feeling says it. You know what I mean? But yeah,
all right, yeah. Yo, big up yourself,
They
man.
got didn't say that last season.
I know you want to. I know you have something to do with you. Big up. Thanks for pulling up. Thank you for actually
Bottom three.
opening the bottom three. Give me the bottom three and the sure guy that is going to you think will
Okay.
get relegated. Let me
I'm gonna go no particular order: Ipswich, Southampton, Forest,
Ipswich, Southampton, Forest. Okay.
and for sure Ipswich go down.
For sure, Ipswich. Man says for sure Ipswich.
Yeah.
Wait, quick question was Ipswich. Maresca was Ipswich, right?
Maresca was in Leicester at Leicester. It's McKenna that's at Ipswich.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Breaking news: United are planning on signing at least one midfielder for Eric Ten Hag this summer, regardless of sales. That we all know that. We all know that they will sign a midfielder, right? They would sign a midfielder. We don't know who it is. There's so many names going on there. Tess, before you go, I know you have to. You're a busy man. You have to go. Tess, give me your top 6 and your bottom 3.
I think he left.
I'm here.
Okay,
Here.
Tess.
Okay. Top 6. Arsenal.
In that order, is that what you're saying?
Yes, top here. Arsenal.
Okay.
Man City.
City number 2. Okay.
3. Thinking 3. 3 is hard. Let me come back to 3.
Okay.
4th, you will be United.
Okay.
5th will be Tottenham. 6th. Wow.
There's Chelsea, there's Newcastle.
I know. Yeah. I'm thinking so.
West Ham as well.
I know. I'm thinking, yeah. I'll probably put Newcastle 6th.
Newcastle 6th. So who's 3rd?
Liverpool.
Liverpool will be 3rd. Okay, so you have Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, United in 4th position, Tottenham in 5th, Newcastle in 6th. Now the bottom 3. Who do you think? We have Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich joining, getting promoted. Ipswich should go back.
They're going back. Ipswich.
Bye-bye.
Southampton and Leicester.
Oh, 3 that came with the 3 of them will go back?
No, sir. I think Leicester, I'm not so as in I didn't even think of them coming like that. It actually just came to my head like that. Right? I didn't think of them that they were all got promoted and they're going back. I don't know. I think that's what's on my mind. 3 of them. For sure, Ipswich will go down.
For sure. Man says Ipswich should go down. Big up yourself, Tess. Thank you so much for pulling up. Fix, what are you saying? Give me your top 6.
Okay, thank you very much. United to carry the league.
Okay.
Yes. Arsenal will come second. Mark, be careful there.
Arsenal will be second. Yeah.
Yes. Then City third. Liverpool, I don't think they are going to make it too. Because even from last season, their midfield has been open. So I think people that are going to come in that 4th place is Newcastle.
Newcastle, okay.
Yeah. So Tottenham and Aston Villa.
Tottenham. So Aston Villa takes 6th. Big up yourself, Fix. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us that. So who do you think would be going back to the championship or going to the championship? Let me not use the word back. Who do you think will be going to the championship?
I've not seen what Everton has done this season.
Okay.
So I think this season they might just drop.
So Everton, okay.
Southampton and is it Norwich that made it up?
No. It's Everton. No, Leicester City, Ipswich Town, and Southampton. They were the one that got promoted. So you said Everton and Southampton to go down. So who's the 3rd person that will follow them?
Leicester will go down because I think Ipswich they are going to stay up.
Okay, you think Ipswich should stay? Okay. Banks, what are you saying? Tell me. You're 6. I know you have your 6 ready already. Yeah.
First is Man City. Man City. I
Big
still
up
believe Man
yourself,
City will win
man.
the league. Man City first.
Big up yourself,
Liverpool
man. Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Arsenal third.
Arsenal third.
Aston Villa
Okay.
fourth. Then Tottenham fifth. Then Man U sixth.
So United
11th position at Chelsea. Let me
man
go.
just went straight to 11 straight.
11
Didn't even
Chelsea.
wait.
Okay.
So let me go to my relegation
Bottom
team will
three.
be
Mhm.
Nottingham Forest,
Nottingham Forest.
Leicester, and
Okay.
what that came back again from Leicester?
Southampton came. Southampton and Ipswich.
Southampton, yeah, and Southampton. Leicester, I definitely go to the relegation. Leicester are going.
Definitely, Man City's Leicester will definitely go back to where they are coming from. Fuse, predict for me. See the future. Tell me what you see.
You want me to talk about the future?
Tell me what you see. What you think? Top six. What's your top six?
I think for me, if Arsenal get a striker, they finish first. If they get a striker, they finish first. That's how I see it. I'll go for City second, which I think. But with the 115 charges, if it comes in and they are found guilty, I just think that they'll be relegated. That's what I think for City.
Okay,
they might be expunged from the league. Liverpool third, United fourth. People have been talking about Aston Villa. I think the weight of the Champions League will be too much for them. Let's not. The Champions League has a big weight. It will be too much for them. So I will go for a Tottenham 6.
What if they don't make it to the next round of the Champions League? That means they come home early, right? That gives them time.
If they come home early, and I still think that factor will still be there with them for months before they can weigh it off. It doesn't really matter whether they come home early or they don't come home early. That's how I see it. By the time the Champions League group stage will finish in the first half of the season, so a lot of points will have been lost along that line.
Okay, so you think they would? So your take is Arsenal to win the league if they get the striker. Man City second, all teams being equal without the 115. Liverpool third, United fourth, Aston Villa fifth.
No, I'll go for Tottenham fifth.
Tottenham fifth, then
sixth?
Who's sixth?
Then I think I'll go between Aston Villa and West Ham, but people are just calling West Ham. I think it takes they're assembling a team, but
they have Lopetegui, so that's why I'm not even bothered.
So with the expertise of Lopetegui, hopefully they can finish sixth. They can finish sixth.
So who do you think is going back? Relegation, yeah.
Where
do you think Chelsea will finish? Since Banks did that Chelsea team, where do you think Chelsea will finish?
Oh, really? For Chelsea? Bottom, I think they'll finish half. They have position of the league, possibly 10th. I think I should be lenient to put 10th there. Banks doesn't fancy them finishing in the first 10, but I should be lenient to them finishing 10th position. I think that would be good for them.
Okay. So give me your people that are going to the relegation. Just give me for the show.
Oh, I look at Nottingham Forest. Definitely, they are going. Leicester should stay up because they still have experience in that team. They should be able to.
They have Steven Cooper.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
We'll find out.
Cooper doesn't. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter.
So
they have experience.
So Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. Let me see. I think Everton will still stay up, to be frank. They should be able to stay up because of their manager. But I'll go for Nottingham Forest. Ipswich Town.
They are weak this season. Everton.
Don't worry.
Hopefully, let's see.
Just give me the third one so I can move to Mark and I will take
the third one. The third one. I think for the third one, I will leave that one open for any team that is not serious in the league, because there will be teams that are not serious in this league at the end of the day. Mark, you are laughing, but you can attest to it. There will be teams that are not serious, and they'll be dragged into that 17 spot. Mark my word.
That is a ridiculous prediction. But you know what? Good. I like it. I like the out of the box type of situation.
Let me drop mine so that Mark.
Let me drop mine, brother. Don't try to leave me in the background. Don't try to leave me in the background.
Go ahead, Mark. Tell me.
Let me come first because I want to make this quick. relegation settings, right? Everton relegated,
For sure.
Brentford relegated,
And we are
Leicester
getting that
City.
branch rate when they are relegated.
Nah, I don't want to touch you with
I
that
don't
10
want to
foot
touch
goal.
you
He's
with the 10
rubbish.
football, please. Go
Forget
ahead.
that. Garnacho sit him down 4 times in one game, in one half.
Isaac sat him down
Move
3
on.
times. Don't worry.
So yeah. So as I was saying now, Brentford relegated. Everton relegated. Southampton relegated.
Southampton
Them are
relegated.
relegation teams, right? And I'm gonna go from 6th.
No, give me Chelsea. Give me Chelsea.
Chelsea, about
ready.
15, somewhere between 14 and 15, they go finish.
Okay.
They're gonna get battered this season, plenty.
Oh yeah,
from
go
teams.
top 6. Give me your top 6.
Arsenal to win the league, as much as
Arsenal to win the
it
league.
hurt in my mouth to spit that shit out, right?
Okay.
In second place, I feel is a toss-up between United and Liverpool. People could argue with me for that, but watch when it happen. I'll be collecting receipts.
Okay.
Right? So we don't have second and third there. Fourth place, I feel like it might be our West Ham. Somehow I'm feeling like West Ham go surprise a lot of teams this season. They're very strong. Do not forget that. Aston Villa will be 5th. And I think, Tottenham might be 6th. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it.
Where do you put United? Where do you put United? You said Arsenal, you said Liverpool, you said United.
United second.
United, or I said United or Liverpool will fight for second and third.
Okay.
Oh shit! I forget what Man City.
Yes.
I just remember that November coming and they're about to get relegated soon. All right. Let me get them a place. I'll put them in 4th, and I'll push back everybody else 1 down. So West Ham 5th, and of course Tottenham will get 6th place. I think Man City in for a shock this season, guys. That's just my honest opinion. The team aging. You know what I mean? And yeah, they might have 1 or 2 good players, but the key players for them will be facing problems this season. Foden is not a 10. The number 10 is injury prone. And, Rodri can't play every game, so they will concede a lot this season.
Okay, big up yourself. Thank you so much. Mark, thank you so much. Let me just get these few comments here before I drop mine. Zelenga, pardon me if I didn't pronounce that name properly. It says United's summer transfer window so far. Arrivals is Joshua from Netherlands, Lenny Euro from France. Then the sales so far has been Alvaro Fernandez, Donny van der Beek, Willy Kwambala, and Mason Greenwood. Free transfer has been Rafael Varane, Anthony Shola Shoretire, and Brandon Williams, as well as Omari Folson. So
we got 500K for Shola Shoretire Broski, so I don't think that is a free transfer.
No, that's not a free transfer. No. That should be put under the sales as well.
Because we got 500K.
That week is saying Chelsea will finish higher than United. Okay.
How, Jarwick? How? I want somebody to explain to me how. No. I really want somebody to explain how.
Explaining to you now. He's saying that we are weaker than
no, we are not technically. Like, okay. No, you see, this is the problem, right? With a lot of fans. A lot of fans ask for things, but when they get it, they don't want it. Now, let me tell Ole something. Ole, don't sleep on some of these youngsters who just win the youth treble. This is a young group of players that come into the squad at a higher level than most of the youngsters we receive in the last 5 years. They will make an impact. And trust, with a fitter squad than last season, we are stronger than last season. Now, we actually weaker in defense than last season. That is my gripe. But I believe
Mark, if we don't replace Lucio, we are weak.
Huh?
Okay, guys. I don't want to hit the 2 hours mark. I want to quickly give mine. I want to say thank you so much, everybody. Guys, if I got new people and panelists in the show for the very first time, so I have
welcome to Banks.
I'd say allow them stay right and have enjoy their time. So we don't want to give them a brief debut. So we have to give them the full 90 minutes. So for me, my bottom 3, like I said, Southampton for sure, going back. Everton for sure, we join them. Ipswich Town, I would put them in there, right? Like what Omofuse is saying, leave that spot open for anybody that's not serious with life. I feel like Ipswich Town and them guys, they might not be too serious, but I'll put Ipswich Town there. So that's my bottom 3. For Chelsea, I give Chelsea 8th or 9th. They should finish between 8th and 9th position. Now, my top 6, all right. You already know that there's no way Arsenal is winning the league for me. Even if they end up winning, kudos to them. But for me, I ain't going to do that. I
agree.
would go. I'm not going to. But I have to be real for the show because it's possible outcome. I have to be real. I have to be real. I'll still.
What's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is City. City to win the league. Liverpool, Arsenal might be second, like what Mark is saying. Arsenal and United to struggle it out for second, but I'll say Arsenal second, Liverpool second or third. Then so either Arsenal or Liverpool second or third, right? So when you have 2 seconds, you move to fourth, right? So I go to fourth, United, right? No, let me not even give United. I don't expect United to finish fourth. I would go to Aston Villa. I know United would definitely finish above
The football
Tottenham.
gods watching here, Drex.
I know. That's why my mouth sometimes. Okay, let me give Aston Villa fourth. United will finish above Tottenham this season. But would they finish above Newcastle? Eddie Howe plays a low block football. So I would go with United 5th, Eddie Howe 6th, Newcastle in 6th position. That's how I see it. That's mine. So that's Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Yeah. Jarwick is saying City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Spurs, United. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So top 6. So United is not making the top 6 according to Jarwick. So he puts them in 7th position. Big up yourself,
the Europa League, right? So I don't mind. We win in the Europa League.
That's what that. See, like I've said this, right? My take is this season. I'm not going to put my expectation high up there. I've explained it. Mark could actually tell you why I said my expectation on the floor, but I'm not going to say it like that. Maybe it's too harsh to say. I'm just going to, because we still have players from last season that I want gone. That's the reason why I'm saying that
People going is not my problem. People coming inside, because if you don't want to go, you can stay on the bench.
Yeah. So for me, that's my take. I like that, right? So that's why I'm not putting United in the top 4. But if we win the Europa League, that's our pathway to the Champions League, and I don't mind that. I do not mind that at all. We will be there, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Fields, thank you so much. Banks, thank you so much.
Always. Tomorrow. No worry. Let me link it tomorrow.
Big up yourself. Banks, we go catch. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I agree to you, brother. Fix, big up yourself. I appreciate you for pulling up.
I don't know if you follow my channel, Fix, but hit me up on Twitter too, or something, no, bro, so I could get your contact.
Mark, put the
invite you to stream sometime.
Mark, put the link in the chat real quick so that men could follow up. And let me just read this comment. We could have gotten more if Eric Ten Hag. No, you got me.
Almost got you.
Man,
almost
this guy,
bro. You look at the by the chain all night,
big up yourself, Tesh. What are you saying? Big up yourself, Fix. Tesh, big up yourself. You're gonna let the people know what's going on later, bro. Take it easy, bro.
Big up. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Mind, what are you saying? Big up yourself.
Just want to say big up to you guys for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
you.
Yo,
Manj. Next week, Wednesday, 11 p.m. UK. Bragging rights. Your kind of stream now. You know what I mean? Your kind of
I'll be there.
Okay, guys, don't forget next week, Thursday. Thursday, you said, Mark?
Wednesday.
Okay. Next week, Thursday, it would do the possible outcome in full because we would have the games kicking off on Friday, I believe. Okay. And we will get a possible outcome.
Did you say Wednesday, Mark?
Yeah, Wednesday. If you're available, come through. If not, you know what I mean? Following Wednesday. Okay. I want to try to do it every Wednesday at 11 p.m. UK.
Okay. I'll do next Wednesday because it's my birthday on Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Bro, man, we love to have you stream so we could do happy birthday to you, bro. So, guys, don't forget, it's Man's birthday next week, so you know what to do. Shut the man up. If you have him on X, go wish him all the best. And big up, what do I say about my bro? My man, like Mark. Guys, don't forget, I said it, 1,000. We could do it if we put our minds to it. 1,000 subscribers by Premier League kickoff, we could do it. Big up yourself, Jarwick. Take care, broski. Enjoy your second vacation, and congratulations on your new whip. That's a
Bro,
huge
that
one.
whip is slick. Big
That
up.
was
Don't
a
worry.
huge-
When I get my new whip, we will be talking. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying? Big up the Drex all
yo,
the time, bro.
yo,
You know what I
guys, don't
mean?
forget to smash the like. Don't forget to hit the
Subscribe. It
subscribe,
really
and don't
helps the
forget to
channel,
catch
bro.
Tess on the week that was. Yo, let me just bring Tess real quick before Tess. What you saying? Week that was. I think
Test
Tess is
this up here.
yeah. Okay,
Yo,
yes, Tess.
Yeah, we always do, right? You always there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Yeah, I'm just.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Tesh.
Yeah.
Tesh. I wanted to talk to Temba too, but you know, I mean, I don't know
No,
if
they'll
you're
be
into
in the
the
background. Let me
FPL,
just
but
close the show. We'll
but
be in the background.
we want to do a FPL stream, right? I'm not sure if you want to do it on like if you had time. It could be any time in the week, but it had to be before Thursday.
Okay.
It had to be around Thursday or before Thursday.
No,
Okay, I
before
think
Thursday.
on
Thursday we have possible come on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday
just
I'm
just
good.
a FPL stream now, like 20 minutes, half an hour. You just got to run through real quick.
Okay.
Some of the top players for the game week prospects to look at, possible players that could be moving in and out. You know, just interesting because you know we have our FPL group in it right now that everybody will be playing. So it would be
Mark, you
good to
have the
keep
link?
guys up to date now.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. I think I'm Thursday I'm good. Thursday I'm good. I'm home Thursday.
All right. Guys, I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you. Don't forget United play on Saturday. Don't forget about that. You go show.
Yo, we have preview, a match
we have
preview tomorrow, 8 o'clock
tomorrow.
UK time. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
We have guys. Don't forget. Big up until I come your way again. Big up yourself, Mark. Till I come your way again. Take it easy and be good to yourself. I'm out of here. Bye for now.